Good morning, tubers of the RC Universe. Welcome to RC Heli Check UK for what is a very damp and miserable day here up the club. It is currently around about 5 degrees. It is not freezing, but it is miserable as hell, as you can see. Anyway, we are going to be continuing on with part 4 of the Bell 230 refurb, and today we are going to be looking at mainly getting the fuselage all back together and getting it all tidied up, getting it all sanded down, getting the top hatch all fitted. I'm going to be cutting out these vents here and replacing them with the old mesh stuff that I used on the Airwolf as well, and generally like sorting this out where this hatch is meant to go, taking this off because you don't need it, all that kind of thing. Fixing the main nose wheel undercarriage, we're getting that done as well, and if we get time probably be fitting the mains as well. I'm also going to be looking at sorting these out so that these can be painted, and we are going to go to a very nice colour scheme with this one. We're not going red, we're not going black, we're not going white like we normally do. This one is going to be a nice yellow and black colour, so it's going to stick out like a sore banana, literally. So anyway guys, let's crack on. We've got a lot to do and hopefully we'll get quite a bit done today. Right, first thing I'm going to do guys is I'm going to try and get as much as this crap filler off as I can around where the exhausts go and on the side of the fuselage, and then these vents that you can hopefully see here, I'm going to cut these out where I'm going to be putting the aluminium mesh. So yeah, let's crack on with it, shall we? Right guys, I've fitted this in here. Basically you've got a plywood plate that this screws into, and then you've got another plywood plate that the ends plug into as well, but this wasn't lining up properly, so I've put overlaps on the plywood here to pull this down into shape so that this sits down properly. And all these holes that are in here holding this doghouse on are overkill. As you can see, I've got 1, 2, 3, I've got 4 on either side that basically I'm going to be using to hold the doghouse on. The thing is though, I've got to cut a hatch off here to get the batteries in. The only other option is that I leave this window open here and I go in through here through this window, which is an option. It just means that I need to make sure that the cable is long enough from the ESC to reach each battery, which should be okay. But yeah, I'd sooner not cut the doghouse if I can help it. So if I can get in through these windows, you know, leave both these windows here free, and not have anything in there, then maybe I'll be able to get the windows, the batteries in through that way. I mean, they're quite big holes, do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, we're getting there. I've rubbed the fuselage down, it's all now ready to paint. I think I'm going to go that way, you know, with the old batteries. Get the mechanics sitting inside, make 2 battery trays that are quite close to the windows down here somewhere, and then that way I can hold the batteries on either side with Velcro and a strap, which I should be able to get to, like I say, with my hands, being able to get in through both of these here. There's plenty of helicopters out there that fly without windows in, and you're not really going to see it when it's in the air, so that's what I'm going to do, I think. Right, lining the back of this fiberglass with this tape has enabled me to get super glue and put them in the holes that I don't need, and you just basically like blob it in and then sand it down smooth, and then you're left with basically that. I don't know if you can see that, but that is flat. I have showed you how to do this before. There's a little hole filler, as long as you've got the tape behind it to stop it from straight through and hole again. But yeah, it works all the time. So yeah, let's get on with it and clean it all up. Right guys, time to wipe it all down, get all the dust and the crap off it like I have done, and we'll give it its first undercoat of paint that I'm going to be putting on, because it's got grey on here, and obviously there's white sections of the fiberglass showing. I'm going to go, because it's going to be mainly yellow, I'm going to be going with a like a creamy based first coat, which will cover the whole helicopter, and then that way then when I put the yellow coat on, it'll be nice and even all over, and it'll also show any imperfections that may have occurred that I've not seen, that I can sand out as well once it's gone off. So get all this wiped down and then we'll start painting it. There we go guys, first coat on, or the undercoat on as I should say, and to be honest with you, it looks fine. There's nothing wrong with it at all. There's the doghouse, it looks pretty damn cool to be fair. So it's gone off now, I've wet sanded it, so we can start putting the top coat of yellow on. Now I have literally used a complete rattle can to do this, but I've also done the fins and whatnot at the back, but they're a different colour, they're not actually yellow, so I should have enough to do the fuselage and the doghouse, no problems. But yeah, let's crack on guys and get this colouring. Here we go guys, we have the coat of yellow on, and boy is it nice. We are now looking at the closing stages of this build. It's been probably about half an hour since I finished coating this, and as you can see it's already dry. Oops. But still got a few things to do. I need to get this doghouse all sat on properly and getting the mechanics all fitted inside. I've got to have a look at this hatch at the back here and make that more suitable. I've got to reapply this latch because I knocked it off because I'm a knob, and I forgot to paint the inside black. So I'm probably going to have to hand brush all that, but it'll do however it is. But we are getting there. There is black to go on this as well. It's going to be a yellow and black helicopter. It's going to look like a wasp. I was thinking of doing it in tiger markings. Maybe they were tiger colours. Tiger. Yeah, striped. But I thought, nah. But yeah, we're going to go for a basic yellow and black scheme. It's going to have a black boom. The underside will be yellow. But it'll be black along here, and it will come down, and then it splits into 3 different lines. So yeah, it looks alright. I've got to do some decals, which I'll have to do when I get home, to go on it as well. And then we need to look at these windows. Now, as you can see, previous owner drilled holes in glass as well and made them look a right mess. Obviously I don't want to screw these, I don't want to stick them in. And although we might be leaving these ones out because they're battery access, I need to be looking at the windows and seeing if I can cover up the holes. And the way that I'm going to do it is much similar to how I did the doghouse, where I used the Sino to seal up the holes and whatnot. But I'm going to do them because they're right on the edges, as you can see. And then once they're all done and whatnot, I'm going to mask the windows off, and then I'm going to paint around the edges and then glue them on where they've got to go. So there's a little rise on this bit here. You can see how that one's risen up. I'm going to put some plywood underneath there, and then that'll basically sit on top of the plywood, this bit here, which will keep this bit straight. But yeah, it's coming along, guys. It is coming along. I've done the fins as well, guys. These have been coated with a sanding sealer, which is basically just PVA glue with talcum powder in it. It smells riffy, but it works just as good as a sanding sealer. So you'd get like 50% white PVA glue, 50% water, and then you just pour in a load of talcum powder. Flour works just as well. Give it a good mix, and then you've got yourself a sanding sealer. You just brush it on, let it dry. It dries in about 10 minutes, and then just sand it down, and you get a nice smooth finish ready to be painted on, which is what I've done with all of these. And to be honest with you, they come out really good, really good. I had a right pain in the butt trying to get that working. These are the Nav Lights that I found, and I thought about putting them in the helicopter. there was something wrong with the wiring, which is what you saw me soldering and sorting out, but I finally got it all working. And actually they're quite bright. Just turn the lights on a minute. How about that? They are quite bright. They are really bright, to be fair. But yes, so sequence I got red and green flashing here. The red will go this side on the port, as they say, and the green will go on the other side of the undercarriage thingy, and then this one will go on the top, up here, on the top of the fuselage. That one will go at the back or underneath, I'm not too sure yet. It should really sit on the tail, but these aren't. They've got heat sinks on, and it'll be too wide, it looks stupid. So I may just put it on the tail or down here somewhere. And then this one I'm going to put on undercarriage. So that'll go on the forward nose wheel, so when the nose wheel comes down, that'll come out. So yeah, I'll get those all fitted in at some point, but now they're all working, that's the main thing. These all work on a 3-cell. I was just testing it on a 3S 2200. I won't be using anything like that. I'll probably get a 1300 3S and have that fitted at the front, but at the same time, the back that I've got here, I've got a YEP 20 amp BEC here, which is what I wired the lights to. These will also be powering my radio receiver, so these are powering up the fly-by system and the all the servos and whatnot through this one back on a 3S, and then that leaves them the 2 batteries for the motor only. So they'll be working the lights and the servos and everything on this one back, which is, like I say, it's a 20 amp back, so, and it'll be running on a 3S 2600 is what I'll probably use. I've got that, which is what I normally put in the T-Rex. So hey, let's crack on. Don't know if you can see that on the end of my finger, guys, but it's a little clear dome that I've made. But I've got a frog in my throat today. Basically it's acetate sheet heated up until it gets to the point where it starts getting flimsy, and then it's just pushed over the top of the back end of a pen, and it gives a nice little cone that you can put on your light. And instead of it being like just being highly visible from the top as they normally are and less visible from the side, it lights up the whole cone and it makes it more visible from the side and from the top more than anything. Good morning, gang. As you can see, the weather is a bit crap again today. It is the next day and we are here to continue working on the BAL 230. And if you remember last night, we got pretty damn good with the colours, and it's yellow, banana, and we were just looking at the nav lights. So I'm going to be fitting the nav lights in today and fitting some plywood for the hatch here for where the tail rotor goes in, and then we have got our decals to put on, as well as put on the black that we need to be putting in to make this colour scheme pop. So let's get on with it. 64 million years I clock later, I've finally masked it all off. I hate masking. It's just took me an hour and a half to do this, which is just going to take 10 minutes to cover. But hey ho, it's got to be done. Right, it's raining outside. I'm not going to take the GoPro out there with me. I'm going to give the square to the blick and put it on and then back after. See you in a bit. Right guys, we have got the black on that I need to put on, so I'm going to go and wet sand it now and get it all nice and smooth. Then I can apply the decals, and once the decals are applied then I can seal it all in with the clear lacquer. So I'll go and get that done now, and then we're one step closer to getting this model finished. There we go guys, we've got the we've got the decals on, and she's looking mighty nice, to be fair. We've got the trim tape on as well, and yeah, looking pretty damn cool. Right, time's getting on. I'm going to give this a coat of sealant, and then I can leave it overnight then, and I can come back to it tomorrow and then give it a wet sand and give it another coat and give it a shine. Good morning gang, it is day 3 of part 4 of the Bow 230, and as you can see, as I always do first thing in the morning, we have a look at the scenery around us, and today it is extremely cold. There is zero wind, but there's a lot of ice about. It's currently -3 up here. Excuse me. And it's a good job there is no wind, because if there was, it would be something in the region of around about -8 feeling. But anyway, let's go into the warm of the workshop and I'll show you what I did last night off camera. There you go guys, look at that. She's shiny, sharp, wax on, wax off, shine, glimmer glimmer. Nice and shiny. She has got her coats of sealant on. I still need to polish it up, but as you can see, she is looking pretty slick. All the fins have all been done. I still need to go over these a little bit more, and like a twat, I put my fingerprints on that one, so I need to rub that down and coat that, but we still have a lot to do. So this is what we're looking at. front undercarriage is now fitted in. That is all ready to go. Obviously it still needs to be wired up. We have got the main retracts to fit, to get all those all wired up. We've got the lights that have got to be all fitted in and wired up as well. We've got the mesh to go on the back of here still, and we have got the windows which need to be fixed and cleaned, and I'm going to clean those all up first and get them sorted, because these are quite a vital part in my opinion. I don't know if you can see those stupid little holes that somebody drilled in them to screw the windows in place instead of sticking them in like normal people do. But the plan is I'm going to back this all up with tape, with that Uji flip tape, surgical tape, surgical tape. Hit these with super glue, sand them down smooth, and then I'm going to polish them up. And then what I'm looking at doing, whether or not it'll work, I don't know, but it's something I've been thinking about. Like I said to you before, these windows here are where I'm going to be able to get access to the batteries. It saves me cutting the doghouse, which I didn't really want to do. However, if you look on these corners, I've rounded them off to where the frame ends, where the windows are going to sit. They're going to sit kind of like that inside there, so you won't see those holes that I've made bigger. But the plan is, on all four corners of these actual windows, on these two here on both sides, I'm going to put magnets, small magnets, and the small magnets will then be attached to other magnets here, so the windows will basically snap in place and be held on by magnets. That way then I can remove them when I want to change the battery or take the batteries out. It's the only thing I can think of. I don't really want to use screws because they look ugly. So that's the plan for the windows. So like I say, we've got a lot to do, guys. We're on day 4. I don't know how long this video is. Well, I want to try and get it all done in one shot. So let's crack on, shall we? Right, as you can see, guys, I've got all the corners all taped up on the outside. That way, when I hit them with the super glue and the activator, it'll remain hopefully as flat as possible, and the surface is going to be visible, and it'll be less for me to file and sand down to get into the shape that I need. I'm also going to be doing a edging around all of the windows, so you won't see any of this up here. The windows will be edged with black, so you'll have black window frames all the way around as well, and that will also hide the mess that was the corners. So yeah, that's the taping bit done now to stick the old super glue on, and it's right. As you can see, guys, I have now filled all my holes. Yeah, so I'm going to take them into the cooking area and give them a clean with some wet and dry, and shine them up a little bit. Well, oh guys, I don't want you thinking I've done nothing. I've just spent the last 3 hours doing these windows, getting them all painted and polished and looking spick and span. I don't know if you can see that now, but they are shiny, shiny, shiny. The paint's on, it's been sealed, and they are all ready to fit once they have cured. I'm not going to touch them for the rest of the day. I'm going to be here for about another 4.5 hours, so hopefully by the time I've finished and pack up, they'll all be dry. Anyway, let's get on with it. Right, undercarriage, I think. Undercarriage and lights need to be now fitted, so let's get on with that.
Come here, close my eyes, the universe to see.
Right guys, I've just been thinking while I'm doing, I've just wired all the lights for the Nav Lights. They're all now plumbed in and fed the wires through, tidied them all up and whatnot. Still got all this to do here, but that will be done once the mechanics are fitted. I'm just going to put the retracts in. I've just been thinking, working out how long I've actually been working on this model in this series of videos alone, and it roughly equates to 47 hours. So 47 hours is just under 2 days, so it don't sound a lot, but when you work out like over how many days it's been, like this is day 3 of this part as alone as it is, it works out to be quite a lot of hours to put into a model, and this one has been quite a long one. Wow. Anyway, let's crack on and get these undercarriage fitted. Right guys, oh man, so much to do, so little time. Right, got the retracts fitted. Don't know if you saw in the old time lapse because they've probably been quite rapid. I had to put a servo reverser into one of the servos because I had 2 coming down and 1 going up. So fitted a servo reverser, then hopefully you saw that all 3 of them started coming up and down. But yeah, so much to do. I'm not sure if I'm going to get all this done in this video guys. I mean, the video is probably already quite long as it is, and I try not to go over an hour if I can help it. But so got the retracts now fitted, the nav lights are all fitted. I've got to glue the tail planes on the back. I've got to fit the vertical fin as well, which has had a second coat now of, where's it gone? Can't find it. Where did I put that? There it is. Which has now had a second coat of varnish to make it nice and shiny. I've got to fit the exhausts as well, which I should probably do in a bit. Then they've got to be all burnt up like I normally do. So we're getting there. I've got to put the mesh in the back here, finish tidying up all this wiring in here the same as what I did with the lights. And oh, it's tidy buckle up time now. It's literally tidy buckle up time, but I don't think I'm going to get it done in this video, I'm afraid guys. This is turning out to be a long project, but the next video will definitely get it finished. I need to test fly the mechanics again because like an idiot I took the fly-barless unit out to put in another helicopter to test that until I could get another fly-barless unit, which I've now fitted in the Hughes 500, the AA6 attack helicopter. So that's now freed up this fly-barless system, so I need to go through that and reprogram it all again. Go and give it a test fly, and then once that's done, that'll be the last thing and then I'll be able to slide the mechanics into the fuselage and button it all up. Wow. So we'll get this wire tidied up inside here on the old lapsy timing mode, and then we'll call it a day on this video, guys, because like I say, it's pretty long and I need to edit it all and try and get it all out for you guys so you can see it tomorrow, and then I can finish doing the rest of this tomorrow and upload the next video. Whew. Let's crack on. Yeah, here we go, guys. So far we have come to the end of this video, where as you can see, this model is starting to look pretty damn cool. We've got the nav lights all fitted, the exhausts are all fitted, we have these to fix still. They are sitting on their wires but they need to be epoxied in place. Tail fins screwed on, we need to fit the wood at the back to hold the cone on, and the brackets need to be made, or the wood mounts need to be made for the hatch here that covers the tail rotor when it goes on. But the main thing is, look, it's sitting on its own wheels. The undercarriage retracts are now all working and fitted. The lights are all now fitted. Hodgepodge of ethnicity inside, but you're not going to see that once the windows are in. And the windows have all been finitoed. They're all now done and can now be removed from these little backing sticks that I had to hold them while I was doing the painting. Excuse me, sticks. But yeah, she's coming along, guys. She is coming along. I'm going to get this edited so you guys can see this hopefully tonight, and then tomorrow we'll be back where we will hopefully finally finish this model. All we need to do is, like I say, fit these on the back, get them epoxied in place, get the mechanics test flown again over the back there, and fit the mechanics in, and then we are ready to fly this big girl. She is big, bigger than the Airwolf. This is the biggest helicopter that I own, guys, this Bell 230, and I think in this yellow colour scheme that I've done it in, she looks pretty striking. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate your support. I have just hit the 500 mark on my subscribers, so thank you so much for that, guys. It is all down to you for that. I really appreciate your support. I really appreciate your comments and your likes and all the shares that you've been doing. I will reply to all the comments as and when I can, but if it weren't down for you guys, I wouldn't get there. So thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. Like, notification, ding dong, and more on this. And I will see you in the next video, guys. Take care of yourselves. See you later.